folks, my name is Kurt Hitzemann, County Court Judge here in Hernando County. You folks are here for your first appearance. Purpose of the first appearance is so that you may be informed of the charges against you. I'll determine if there's probable cause for those charges. Probable cause simply means that it's more likely than not that a crime has occurred, and more likely than not that you're the person who's committed that crime. Of course, as you stand before me this morning, I presume that you're innocent of these allegations. That presumption of innocence will stay with you through every stage of the proceedings unless and until the State Attorney's Office is able to prove the allegations against you beyond and to the exclusion of a reasonable doubt. We'll set your conditions of pretrial release this morning. That is your bail or your bond. In most cases, you've got a bond set already pursuant to the bond schedule here in the 5th Judicial Circuit or the warrant which led to your arrest. I'll determine if that bond should be raised or lowered or left the same, or whether there'll be additional conditions of pretrial release placed upon you. We'll let you know when your next court date will be. If you'd like to have the services of the public defender, I'll gladly appoint the PD to represent you this morning. You do have a right to have contact with folks on the outside, family, friends, counsel. If you haven't had a chance to make that call, please let me know. We'll make sure that that happens. Finally, and most importantly, you're advised that you do have an absolute right to remain silent with regard to the facts which surround your arrest. I encourage you to do that. These proceedings are recorded. In addition, there is an assistant state attorney in the courtroom with me. If you say something that tends to incriminate you, they will use it against you in the prosecution down the road. And I need each and every one of you there at the jail to please raise your right hands and be sworn. You all solemnly swear affirm, tell the truth, whole truth, nothing but the truth. Outstanding. When I call your name, please step forward to the podium. Nancy Everhart. Nancy, what's your date of birth?
12/22, 66.
Nancy, the charge is aggravated battery being domestic in nature. There's probable cause for that charge. As to that charge, you wish to represent yourself. You're going to hire private counsel. Would you like me to appoint the public defender?
I don't know any other way except for a public defender. I called the sheriff's department last night.
I'll appoint the public defender. State, what can you tell me?
Judge, she has a DUI from 2011, a battery from 2010, Fat Leo from 2015, reckless driving 2015, refusal to submit to DUI testing 2015, shooting into a dwelling from 2018. And the judge, it looks like she was sentenced July 18th, 2018, so it looks like she was placed on probation for the shooting into a dwelling.
Okay, Nancy, are you on felony probation right now?
Yes, sir. And may I say something?
You can, but I would ask you not to talk about the facts of your case. But if you're going to persist, I'll just warn you again that the assistant state attorney has her pen poised and is ready to write down everything you say.
Okay.
And if it can be used against you, she will.
Okay. This all stems from a guy I've been seeing.
Nancy,
Turned out to be
this
trouble than I thought, and I've been
Nancy,
trying to
this
get
is the
out of
public
my house.
defender speaking.
But
May I strongly advise you to heed the judge's good advice and not say anything about the facts of your case, because I really feel like you're about to say something that might actually really hurt you. We can come out, we can talk about all of this. Someone from our office will come out and meet with you, but at this point, please just answer the judge's questions.
Okay, Nancy, you live on Oberon Avenue in Spring Hill?
Yes, sir. And I've only been troubled ever since this guy's been there. I really need some help.
Okay. Where do you live?
704 Oberon Avenue.
Okay. And Mr. Scalia doesn't live there with you, right?
Well, he has been there for a short time, but he's only been troubled since he's been there.
Okay. Do y'all live together or not? Yes or no?
For a short time. And I was bringing people in my home.
Nancy.
Yes.
You're living together, right? Yes or no? Yes, we live together. No, we don't.
Yes, we do, but I don't want to anymore. I want out of it.
I knew, Nancy, because I know you. I knew this was going to go like this. I'm going to set your bond at $5,000. Condition of the bond is that you have no contact with Mr. Scalia. No contact means no contact of any kind. You don't call, you don't write, you don't email, you don't text message, you don't contact him through any social media. You don't have a third person contact him, you don't go where he lives, you don't go where he works. You don't have any contact of any kind. Any way that you might imagine contacting him, I forbid you to do that. If you have contact and we find out about it, the bond will be revoked and you'll be held without bond until the charges are resolved. It means no contact, stop. Even if he wants to contact, so if you answer your phone and hear his voice, You should hang up. If you're out and about and see him, you should turn around and run the other way. You need to understand he cannot drop the charges against you. That's not a decision he'll be allowed to make. He may go to the state attorney's office and ask them to drop the charges. He may tell them that he's not interested in pursuing this matter, but that decision belongs solely to the assistant state attorney handling your case. So unless that person or the judge on your case tells you the charges are dropped, you should assume they are not dropped and you should not have contact. In addition, I'm going to hold you today up until 4 p.m., so if you wanted to serve you with a civil injunction for protection against domestic violence, we'd know where to find you. If you get the civil injunction, it's doubly important that you not have contact, because in that case, not only could you get your bond revoked here, you could get new charges for violating the injunction. Because you're on felony probation, I'm quite certain that either today or tomorrow they're going to arrest you for a violation of that probation. That has not happened yet. When that does happen, the bond will be no bond and you will not be able to get out of jail. You should consider that before you spend any money bonding out on this charge, because like I said, it won't get to the end of the week before they pick you up on the VOP. If you do get out, you can go to that address that you and Leo were sharing one time to collect your things, because if he's still there, you'll have to stay someplace else to accomplish that. You'll have to contact the sheriff's office first. They would meet you there with a deputy who will stand by while you collect your things and get going where you're going. Stop. 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 Do not speak. Not another word. You'll be back in court on the 26th of October. If you're unable to get out, the public defender will come see you. If you do get out, you should contact them right away. Walk away from the podium without speaking. Thank you. Joseph Cancelli Patrick. Morning, sir. What's the date of birth?
April 11th, 1970.
All right. The charge is assault. State, have you looked at the PC on this one?
I have not, Judge. I did look at his priors, and I don't show any priors.
Okay. And the statement that's in quotes is a conditional threat and not assault. It's got a big fat word "if" in it.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. So, Joe, I'm going to find there's no probable cause for this charge. That doesn't mean that the state might not find some way to charge you. So you're going to get a court date. But because I'm finding there's no probable cause, I'm going to let you out on your own recognizance today. We won't appoint a lawyer because you might not need one. You'll be back in court on the 31st of October. I will tell you that it may be a good idea for you to avoid Carol while this case is pending, because obviously things are not going well. I'm not ordering you to not have contact with her. I'm just telling you that probably your situation will get worse if you do. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. So you'll be back in court on the 31st of October. On that date, the state will decide whether they have other facts that I don't have today that support going forward with a charge, and I'll see you then, okay?
Thank you.
Thank you. Good luck. Demetrius Henley. Morning, Mr. Henley. What's your date of birth?
10/31/86.
And Mr. Henley, the charge is petty theft. There's probable cause for that charge. As to that charge, you wish to represent yourself. You're going to hire private counsel. Would you like the public defender?
For the defendant, sir.
All right. Looks like Demetrius has an open case. Is that right? That's that assault. And Rachel, is there an offense date on that? 9/17. Okay, that was the offense date. Okay. And state any other significant history?
Judge, he has resist officer without violence from 2006, possession of cannabis from 2005, resist without violence from 2005, false name to law enforcement 2005, fleeing to elude from 2005. He has a grand theft, uttering a forged instrument, another resist without violence, fraudulent use of credit card from 2007, using false ID from 2008, driving on suspended license 2008, criminal mischief from 2017, defraud insurance from 2018, fraudulent use of credit card 2018, and refusal to sign citation 2017.
Okay, Demetrius, that is the story. It's not a good story, though. All right, here's what's going to happen here, Demetrius. I'm going to set the bond on this one. I'm going to leave it at the $500. However, it appears that you were out on pretrial release on another charge, an assault case.
Judge, if I may?
Yep.
It looks like the offense date on this new case is August 29th.
Is it old? Oh, they looked at some video. Okay, he's good then. I'll leave it at the $500. I'm going to move the date, Demetrius, to the 12th of October. That's where your other case is, so I'll have both your cases come back on the same day. If you get out, you should contact the PD right away, okay?
Wait, sir, you said I'm on pretrial release?
You have an assault charge pending.
Oh, so I'm released on it?
No. Okay. Yeah, all pretrial release means is that you either posted a bond or they gave you a notice to appear in that charge. I don't know. My guess is you probably had to post a bond on the assault charge.
Oh, no, I never posted a bond.
Okay, then you're on a notice to appear. In any event, what that means is you're out in the world pending criminal charges. We call that pretrial release. That means you're not in jail. Okay, you're either on bond or on ROR. In some situations, when you pick up a new charge that makes me put you back in jail without bond, I'm not doing that today. So your assault case is coming back on the 12th of October. I set a bond on this case of $500, also coming back on the 12th of October, so that you only have one court date. And what I said was, if you get out, please contact the public defender's office right away, okay?
Sir, one more question. I won't make you mad.
No, you... You've seen how to do that. Just don't do that and you'll be okay.
The assault, so I bonded out on that one?
I don't even know, Demetrius. You might have just gotten a notice to appear. They might have just given you something that looks like a ticket and told you to go to court. I don't know, but you're golden as far as I'm concerned. Post the $500 on the theft and you're out, okay?
Okay, thank you.
You bet. Roger Halsey. Or Roger, what's your date of birth?
7/1987.
All right, Roger, this is a grand theft. There's probable cause for the charge. As to that charge, you want to represent yourself, you want to hire a private counsel, would you like the public defender?
I got a public defender.
Okay, on your other case?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Have you been in jail this whole time?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, that's what I thought. All right, so I'll leave the bond per the schedule on this one, which is $2,000. I'll move it to, looks like tomorrow, the 2nd of October, where your other case already is, and we'll get your cases synced together, okay?
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Patrick Curie? Morning, sir. What's your date of birth?
2/6/98.
All right, Patrick. Hang on one second. Okay. All right, so I have operating a motor vehicle with an expired registration. I have a reckless driving. I have aggravated fleeing. I have battery on a firefighter, officer, EMT. I have operating a motor vehicle without a valid driver's license. I have possession of marijuana and resisting or obstructing without violence. There's probable cause all the way around. As to those charges, you wish to represent yourself. You're going to hire private counsel. Would you like me to appoint the public defender?
Yes, sir.
Appoint the PD, state.
Judge, you have a prior battery from 2012, a petty theft from 2013, another battery from 2013. And that's all I show.
All right. And young man, let's see. I have an address for you. Nature Trail in Port Richey. Is that where you live?
No, not anymore. I left that place about 3 months ago. I'm homeless now.
Okay. Been staying with friends, living outdoors, living in your car. What have you been doing?
Yeah, I've been living in my girlfriend's car.
Okay. You have a job these days?
Yeah, I've been working at Dunkin' Donuts for 3 years. On the road to Ridge Road.
Okay. I hate these things. All right. It looks like charge 1 is reckless driving. Is that right? Yes.
Yes, I agree with that.
So that, I will set the bond at $500. Charge 2 is ag fleeing. the bond on that at $5,000. Charge 3 is the Bat Leo. I'll set that at $5,000. Charge 4 is the no valid. Set that at $500. Charge 5 is marijuana, and charge 6 is resist without violence. I'll set both of those at $500. So that's going to be 5, 10, 11, looks like $12,000 the way I did it. They'll all come back to court on the 26th of October. If you're able to get out, young man, contact the public defender's office right away. If you can't bond out, they're going to come see you at the jail, okay?
Okay.
Thank you. Look at the FHP. Take something simple and make it complicated. Zell Mitchell. Morning, Mr. Mitchell. What's your date of birth?
5/29/87.
Charges battery on a law enforcement officer. There's probable cause for the charge. As to the charge, you want to represent yourself. You want to hire private counsel. Would you like me to appoint the public defender?
Public defender.
I'll appoint the PD, State.
You have a resist without violence from 2006, possession of cannabis 2006, and a possession of cocaine 2008.
Okay. And Zell, I've got an address for you on Constitution Drive in Brooksville. Is that where you live?
Yes, sir.
How long you been there?
For a year.
Okay. You have a job these days?
No, sir.
Okay. Has it been a while since you worked? Are you disabled or anything like that?
I have seizures.
Okay. I'll set your bond at $1,000, Zell. I'll have you back in court on the 26th of October. Very important that you contact the public defender when you get out, okay?
Okay.
Thank you. Jonathan Owens.
Morning, Your Honor.
Mr. Owens, what's your date of birth?
7/22/94.
Okay. This looks like a warrant out of Sumter County for a violation of probation. The judge that signed that warrant found probable cause for the VOP and set your bond at no bond. I can't change that. We will let the folks in Sumter, looks like you got them Sumter and Citrus actually. We'll let them know that you're here and ready to go. Wherever they decide to go first, they'll have 5 days to come get you. It won't take 5 days with either one of those counties, but if for some strange reason you're still here, in 5 days they'll bring you back to see me, okay?
Okay.
Thank you.
Your Honor.
Zachary Stockham? Morning, sir. What's your date of birth?
12/15/88.
Zachary, I have 2 charges today. I've got a battery being domestic in nature and tampering or harassing a witness or a victim. There's probable cause for those 2 charges. As to those charges, you wish to represent yourself. You're going to hire private counsel. Would you like me to appoint the public defender?
Public defender for
I'll
now.
appoint the PD, State.
No priors.
Zachary, I have an address for you on Hanford Avenue in Spring Hill. Is that where you live?
Yes, sir.
How long have you lived there?
2 years.
Okay. And does Cassandra live there as well?
Yes, sir.
Do you have a job these days?
Yes, sir.
What do you do?
I'm a logistics coordinator.
Okay. Who do you do that for?
Integrity.
Okay. All right. Let's set your bond at $500 on each count. The total's $1,000. Condition of that is that you have no contact with Cassandra. Did you hear me explain no contact earlier this morning?
Yes, sir.
Did you understand that?
Yes, sir.
All right. Also, we'll hold you up until 4 p.m. so that if she wanted to serve you with a civil injunction for protection against domestic violence, we'd know where to find you. If you get the civil injunction, it's doubly important that you not have contact, because in that case, not only could you get your bond revoked here, you could get new charges for violating the injunction. I'll have you back in court on these charges on October 31st. As far as that address on Hanford goes, as long as Cassandra stays there, you'll have to stay somewhere else until we get this case resolved. You can go by one time to collect your things, your clothes, your toothbrush, whatever you need for wherever you plan to stay. To do that, however, you must contact the sheriff's office first. They'll meet you there with a deputy who will stand by while you collect your things and get going where you're going. Make sure you contact the PD when you get out, okay?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Corey Vance. Morning, Mr. Vance. What's your date of birth?
3/16/86.
Mr. Vance, this is a violation of condition of pretrial release. There's probable cause for that charge. As to that charge, you want to represent yourself. Going to hire private counsel. Would you like me to appoint the public defender?
Private counsel.
Very good. All right. And Mr. Vance, in your case, you have an open battery. And so what I'm going to do is on this case, I'll set a bond of $1,000. Condition of the bond is that you have no contact with Mr. Merritt. But then, because you're out on bond in a pending criminal charge, job number one when you're out on bond is, well, there's two for you. Is one, don't commit another crime, and two, don't violate the conditions of your pretrial release. It appears that you may have done that. So, pursuant to Florida Statute 903.0471, I'm going to revoke your pretrial release in 18 MM 2678. So we're going to hold you without bond until next week on the 12th. When that one comes back to court, I'll send this one back to court also on the 12th. If you had private counsel on your battery, you should contact that person right away and let them know that you're in jail without bond and that you've picked up a new charge, all right?
I don't have a private counsel at the moment.
Okay, well then you better get them because you're in jail without bond.
You might as well get a state attorney. State.
I will appoint the public defender, so they'll be out to see you directly and see what your options are, all right?
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Mark Culpepper? Want to mark what's your date of birth?
10/10/59.
Mark the charges driving on a suspended license.
Yes, sir.
Okay. There's a probable cause for the charge. Dave, what kind of history does he have?
He has a prior DUI from 2003.
Okay. All right. Mark, I'll tell you what. You have the suspension on your driving record is some kind of an insurance problem from earlier this year.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So what I'm going to do today, I'll find probable cause, but then I'm going to release you on your own recognizance so that you can get out. And then I want you to fix your driver's license and come see me on the 2nd of November, okay?
Okay.
So my guess is we'll have a very good result for you if you show up in court on the 2nd of November with a valid driver's license, all right?
All right.
Whatever it is, get it fixed. I'll see you on the 2nd of November.
All right. Thank you, Jake.
And that should be Albert Castiello. Morning, Albert. So
Good morning, sir.
who can tell me what I'm doing with Albert?
This is a change of plea, Your Honor.
Okay.
Apparently he pled to probation in his felony case, and at this time we would be requesting 45 days of credit for time served and no coin
Right.
in his misdemeanor.
I got two misdemeanors. I got two.
In his misdemeanor.
72, 269. Do you know what the charges are?
I do not.
Okay, hang on.
In which case, Your Honor?
I've got MM 1872 and MM 2669.
The 1872 looks like it's a criminal mischief and a trespass.
Okay?
And the 2669 is a possession of drug paraphernalia.
Okay, very good. All right, Albert, you understand by any pleas in those misdemeanor cases, you give up the right to have a trial by jury, the right to confront the witnesses against you, the right to remain silent. Do you want me to give up those rights so we can take care of these today?
Yes, sir.
Case number 18MM1872 as to the charge in count 1 that you committed the crime of criminal mischief. How do you wish to plead? You may plead no contest.
Guilty, sir.
And it's a charge in count 2 of trespass. How do you wish to plead?
Guilty, sir.
I'll accept those pleas, find them freely and voluntarily made, adjudicate you guilty on both counts, 45 days in the county jail on both counts, credit for 45 days served on both counts. Finding court costs on count 1 is $503, on count 2 is $8,800 for the public defender's office, no cost of incarceration as that was ordered in circuit court. In case number 18MM2669, as to the charge that you possess drug paraphernalia, how do you wish to plead? You can plead no contest if you wish.
Guilty.
I'll accept that guilty plea, find that it's freely and voluntarily made. I will adjudicate you guilty of the charge, sentence you to 45 days in the county jail, credit 45 served. Finding court costs on that case is $518, $100 for the public defender's office. That takes care of the misdemeanors. I understand you've pled to the felony, so if there's nothing else keeping you in the jail, Albert, you'll be released today to get to work on that felony probation, all right?
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Good luck. Anything else at the jail?
That's it.
All right. Thanks, folks.